everyone. It's Enjoy English School. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Anthony.
Today is January 13th, and we're on pages 30 and 31. It's day 2 of the Good Eats article called Everything Bagel.
Yeah, 我们今天继续介绍昨天介绍过的话题。好，我们继续介绍 Bagel 你的早餐首选。我们昨天呢，简单的介绍一下，好 Bagel 第一次出现在书写的记录上呢，是从17世纪的时候开始，后来到了19世纪末，好，这个波兰的这个犹太人呢，好，把它带到了这个美国，然后大家开始非常非常喜欢这样的早餐，因为这个早餐又方便，然后变化又可以很多，然后吃起来带起来都很方便。
So when I was a kid, there was a TV show, and in the TV show, there is this girl, and she loves this new bagel restaurant that is very close to her house, and she eats their bagels every day. And on top, she has poppy seeds, P-O-P-P-Y, poppy seeds. And she eats so many that at work, they ask her to take a drug test. In 美国就是有时候这样子。And she eats so many poppy seeds that they find drugs in her body, and she loses her job. And this sounds like a funny TV situation, but this can actually happen to you.OK,
然后老师呢在提到的是之前有一个这个电视剧电视剧里面呢有一个这个女生好像很喜欢吃 bagel， 然后上面呢会撒那种 poppy seeds， 然后你吃的东西这种 poppy seeds 吃很多的时候，身体有时候会起一些那种禁药的反应。而有的时候呢，有些公司，尤其是美国的公司，他有时候会期望这个员工去做一些这种药物检测，就发现到说，哎，你怎么吃起来好像有打禁药的感觉？
他们觉得他是真的吸毒，他没有真的 ，but and 这个可以真的对你身体可以发生，然后他没有吃了，然后就是吸毒的感觉，不是这样。
没错。
But this is something that can really happen. And so be careful with your bagels, at least with poppy bagels. Please be careful. All right, let's hear our story. When we come back, we got paragraph 1.
Everything bagel. Bagels have a unique, chewy texture with a shiny crust because they are boiled before they are baked.They became a staple food of Jewish culture due to the custom of taking one day a week off to rest and do no work at all. On Shabbat, which is observed from before sundown on Friday until after nightfall on Saturday, Jews are forbidden to perform some activities, including cooking. The bagel is a product of this tradition.Bagel dough contains yeast, which needs at least 12 hours to rise at a low temperature. Therefore, a person could begin making bagels on Friday afternoon and finish them on Saturday evening after observing the day of rest. In the modern world, there are many ways to enjoy a bagel. There are regional variations of the recipe in different cities.Some varieties are prepared with fruit, sesame seeds, or grains, such as rye or whole wheat. Many people like to toast their bagels before eating them. And when it comes to toppings, everything is possible. Smoked salmon is often used with cream cheese and capers for a savory brunch. Another common breakfast item is a bagel sandwich.With bacon, eggs, and cheese. How would you like your bagel?
All right, friends, let's begin paragraph 1. Bagels have a unique, chewy texture with a shiny crust because they are boiled before they are baked.
好，我们来看第一段的第一句话哦。第一句话说 Bagels have...A unique chewy texture， 不要忘记这个地方，因为 unique 好，它虽然是母音带头，但它是 u， 所以我们会说 a unique， 就像 a university 一样哈，很多不是 u 带头的话要特别注意。如果你要讲是雨伞 an umbrella， 因为它是这样对不对？所以它这里的话特别注意母音有没有带头。这边的话没有，所以我们说 a unique chewy texture， 就是它的那个质感是很耐嚼，可以嚼起来嚼很久的。With a shiny crust， 好，上面本身会有一层非常非常那种油亮的这种面包外皮。 Because they are boiled before they are baked. 因为他们在这个烘焙的之前呢，他们有先被煮过，所以才会出现这样独特的口感。
Now, yesterday we said we think that bagels first appeared in Poland because there are writings that date back to the 1600s. And what was in those writings? Well, they said that bagels are a good gift for new moms. Why? Because babies, they like to bite and chew things. You think in the 1600s, they don't have like a pacifier today, the little nook toy that kids chew on. So they needed something to chew, and bagels are very chewy. You can really hold and just chomp, chomp, chomp for a long time. And they were very good for babies because the baby can chew on it for a long time and the baby's nice and quiet.
哦，原来如此啊！我们之前不是有提到说，在17世纪1633年的时候，还不是有就被提到过有这样的食物存在吗？那到底提到的时候是什么样的情况呢？哦，原来说啊，他提到是说这个 bagels 很适合送给新手妈妈。因为呢，这个小朋友啊，他会很想要咀嚼嘛，对不对？以前呢，我们还没有 pacifier 的时候，老师刚刚用到这个字 pacifier 就是奶嘴，那还是会需要个东西去啃啊，去咬啊，去咀嚼嘛。这时候呢 ，bagel 就可以当做是 pacifier， 像奶嘴一样，让小朋友用耐心咀嚼，然后不要吵，不要闹这样。
事实上 some very traditional families still do this.
Oh,
yeah. Some very traditional families still do this. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, let's continue. They became a staple food of Jewish culture due to the custom of taking one day a week off to rest and do no work at all.
好，来这边的话，我们来看下一句话，说 They became a staple food。好 ，staple 我们昨天有提到过，就是主食的意思。好，他说 a staple food of Jewish culture， 为什么会变成犹太人犹太文化里头的一个重要的主食呢？Due to the custom of taking one day a week off， 好，在一周里面，他会拿掉一天，在这一天里头是休息的 ，to rest。And do no work at all。好，在这里的话，它所指的就是安息日，他们在这个时段里面是不要工作的，所以在这个时候 ，bagel 就发生了非常非常重要的这个功用。
Okay, let's continue to our next sentence on Shabbat, which is observed from before sundown on Friday until after nightfall on Saturday. Jews are forbidden to perform some activities, including cooking. That's a tough sentence.
OK， 来，我们看这句话哦，这句话很长，对不对 ？On Shabbat， 好，这个地方 Shabbat 就是指我们的安息日 ，which is observed from before sundown on Friday until after nightfall on Saturday。好，在这里的话，我们先停一下，看到说 which is observed。observe 这个字的话，平常我们看到这个字的时候会想到的是观察某件事情，对不对？但这个地方如果是搭配的节日节庆的话，就是大家会去用这样的方式去庆祝，好，用这种方式去做。From before sundown on Friday 是在星期五的日落之前，一路到 until after nightfall on Saturday， 然后到星期六的这个 nightfall 日落之后，在这段时间里头，大家是不可以有任何的那种工作 ，do no work at all 是这样子的。Jews are forbidden， 好 ，forbidden 的意思就是禁止，好，所有的犹太人都禁止去 perform some activities， 去做任何的活动，甚至包括了 cooking， 甚至煮饭煮菜都不可以，所以这时候只好吃 bagel。
And of course, no cooking because you can't work on Shabbat, and cooking is hard work. So of course you can't cook. Our next sentence says the bagel is a product of this tradition.
所以最后就告诉你说，所以啦，应运而生的就是 bagel 这样的产物呢，其实是什么？A product of this tradition 是在这个犹太文化传统下而衍生出来的文化产物。
Okay, with that, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we got paragraph 2 and plenty more stories. Hey everyone, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're on pages 30 and 31 of our magazine, and it's day 2 of the Good Eats article called Everything Bagel. Let's look at paragraph 2. Bagel dough contains yeast, which needs at least 12 hours to rise at a low temperature.
好，我们来看第二段的第一句话，他告诉你说 bagel dough。好，bagel dough 就是我们所说的这个面团。好，我们昨天有介绍过这个 dough， 对不对？我们现在看到它的拼法是 D-O-U-G-H。好 ，bagel 的这个面团呢 contains yeast。好 ，yeast 就是酵母的意思。Which needs at least 12 hours to rise at a low temperature。在低温的情况之下呢，它需要12个小时，它才能发酵，所以需要时间的话，大概是这样的一个时段。
Now, if you listen to Anthony and I, we both say temperature, 3 syllables, Sanga NJ, but some people do say temperature, 4 syllables. Both of those are fine. Pick whatever one you like best. Our next sentence says, therefore, or so, a person could begin making bagels on Friday afternoon and finish them on Saturday evening after observing the day of rest, which is called Shabbat.
啊，没错，所以接上一段我们讲到的 Shabbat， 好，就是安息日，不要忘记哦，它是从什么礼拜五的日落之前到礼拜六的黄昏之后，这段时间是安息日嘛，然后这段他就告诉你说了，他说，所以说啦 ，a person could begin making bagels on Friday afternoon， 还可以在星期五下午的时候，因为在日落之前嘛，先把这个 bagel 做好。And finish them on Saturday evening after observing the day of rest. 好，在这个过程，安息日过程当中，你不能开火，不能做任何的活动，但是呢，你在这段时间的话，至少你可以吃 bagel。
Now, think about why this makes the bagel important. So you can't cook for a long time. Now it's Saturday evening and you want to eat some dinner. So you don't want to start making a really long meal on Saturday evening. You want something fast. So what do? Well, bagels, after the dough rises for 12 hours, bagels are really fast to make. Like you just smash them in the oven and they're done when they're toasted. It's really fast. So you get your fresh, hot bagels out, and then whatever's in the kitchen, you take some of your cheeses or you take some of your, people like to put salmon, fish, or fruit on their bagels, put it in there, and you have a sandwich. And it's a really fast, easy meal, and it has been part of the Jewish kind of Saturday evening meal for hundreds of years.
Yeah, 没有错。所以在这里的话，你可以了解到说，它跟这个犹太文化的关系是非常非常强的，对不对？所以在这段安息日里面啊，你可能先在星期五的下午做好 bagel， 到了星期六晚上黄昏过后可以吃东西，可以开火的时候，bagel 不就做好了吗？随时马上就可以吃，多方便。
It's a lot like you guys after school. What are you going to eat after school? Maybe you go to 7-Eleven, you buy a 청요빙 on the corner, right? You're just walking to another place. You only have a short time to eat. Get something fast.
没错。
All right, with that, let's take another quick break. And when we come back, we have our final paragraph. Hey everyone, welcome back to Enjoy English School. It's time for paragraph 3 on our Good Eats article called Everything Bagel. Do you like bagels?
Yeah, I love it.
What kind of bagel do you get?
Usually the regular one.
Just regular?
And yes, a regular one and with maybe cream cheese.
Cream cheese?
Yeah, or maybe sometimes cubed cheese.
Oh, sure.
Sure. It's delicious.
Sure. Yeah, Costco. Go to Costco, guys. Go to those. Listen, you get like 12 for like 100 NT. It's so cheap. Just get regular bagels. And butter is fine too. But if you have a little extra money for the giant thing of cream cheese they have there, oh man, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's 真的很划算, okay? It's so good. So, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, the world's biggest bagel ever made was made in 2004. And it weighed 393 kilograms. And it was made just outside of Bruce's hometown of Syracuse, New York. And do you know what flavor they made? Blueberry.
OK， 老师刚刚提到呢，它金氏世界纪录，好，它里面有做了一个有一个历史上做最大的一个 bagel， 好，超大的 bagel。然后老师提到说，我们另外一位广播老师 Bruce 老师，他家是住在 Syracuse 雪城，然后那个最大的 bagel 呢，就是在他家附近那个地方做的。那多大呢？它是大概有393公斤这么大哦，非常非常重的一个大 bagel。
Now, how big around was a bagel? Think about that. Can you guess, guys? How big is a 393 kilogram bagel?
哦，你可以想象一下，这到底有多大才会这么重呢？那个直径大概有多大呢？
So the answer is 2 meters. That's
2 meters.
2 meters around. That's a big bagel.
Yeah.
And they didn't use cream cheese because it's really expensive. The blueberries, we grow them in New York, so it's cheap. It's like blueberry season. Like, okay, here you go.
所以说他们为什么要选择蓝莓呢？是因为蓝莓那个时候在产量是比较大的，当季比较便宜。如果是用 cheese 的话，可能很贵。那它的直径的话是2公尺这么大。OK.
Yeah. And in the summer, I think that cheese would not be good.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's continue to our final paragraph. In the modern world, there are many ways to enjoy a bagel.
好，他是说呢，最后一句他这边讲到说，第一句话他说 ，In the modern world， 好，在现在社会里面呢 ，there are many ways to enjoy a bagel。好，有很多种方式都可以享用你的 bagel。
There are regional variations of the recipe in different cities.
好，他第二句话告诉你 ，there are regional variations。这边的话特别注意一下 ，regional 指的是各个地方 ，region 通常是指的是那个一个区域一个区域，每个区域呢都有它各自的不同的版本 variations of the recipe。recipe 的话指的是配方啦，或者是你烹调的时候，你可能有这个你要做一道菜的这些做法程序等等。In different cities， 每个城市都有它各自吃 bagel 的方法。
Now highlight variations because we're going to see another word in our next sentence. Variations. Some varieties are prepared with fruit, sesame seeds, or grains such as rye or whole wheat.
好，所以他现在你看，刚刚前面不是提到 variation 有不同版本的这种东西吗？现在我们这句话里头出现 some varieties。Varieties 其实就是 variations 的意思。他说有一些不一样的东西，不一样的 bagel are prepared with fruit， 好，有的时候搭配水果，sesame seeds， 好，有的时候芝麻，对不对？好 ，or grains， 好像类似像是那些你可能看到后面 such as rye or whole wheat， 好像是全麦啦，或是那种裸麦啊等等。不同的这种东西去搭配着 bagel 吃。
Now, rye bread is pretty hard to buy in Taiwan, but whenever I go back to America, I go to like a breakfast restaurant and I get toasted rye bread with lots of butter, and I like to order eggs that are really runny, just like a danhuang. It's going to run a lot. I don't want it really cooked well. And then you make like a sandwich, and it's so good. Man, it's so good. And man, when I go home, all I do is like eat pizza, bagels, and bread. It's like all I do.
没错，没错。老是喜欢吃那种蛋黄是有点半生不熟的那种感觉，然后搭配起来，然后这样吃起来，哇，大口咬定，超满足。
Rye bread 有特别浓的味道。It has a very strong flavor to it, and some people really don't like it, but man, I think it's great. It's so good. All right, let's continue here. So many people like to toast their bagels before eating them, and when it comes to toppings, everything is possible. Please toast your bagels, people. Please toast them.
OK， 所以这边的话，他告诉你说 ，many people like to toast their bagels。那这个 toast 的话，当然是用那个烤面包机去烤，对不对？哈，先烤过之后，它会有一种酥脆的那种感觉，对不对 ？Before eating them， 在吃之前的话，一定要先拿着面包机烤一下。And when it comes to toppings 就是撒在上面的这种配料，有没有？ When it comes to 就是谈到什么什么主题，好，谈到 toppings。Everything is possible. 撒什么都可以，都有可能。
Now, toppings is a really tricky word here because it has kind of two feelings here. When toppings, like we think ice cream, it's going on the ice cream, right? But remember the bagel is kind of a sandwich, and you have some toppings on your bread, but then you also have toppings for the inside of your bread. And that's what we're talking about here. So it's the stuff in the middle here.
Right.
So, yeah, but we don't call it the middles. They're called toppings, okay?
Yeah.
So smoked salmon, salmon is often used with cream cheese and capers for a savory brunch.
哦天哪，我讲的都快流口水了，我的妈呀！你看他这边他讲说 smoked salmon 这个字的话要小心 ，l 的话是不发音的，它会念成 salmon。好 ，smoked salmon 啊，也就是那种熏鲑鱼。好，熏鲑鱼 is often used with cream cheese， 好搭配这个那种奶油乳酪。然后呢 ，and capers， 我不知道你们吃熏鲑鱼的时候会有一个绿绿的那种小小的那种酸豆，对不对？那个插起来，然后跟着那个鲑鱼一起吃下去，觉得口感上非常有层次。 你可以想象一下，就是 bagel 包着这些东西 for a savory brunch 早午餐的时候吃这个多开心啊
So I like when I eat capers, we have I'm a vegetarian, which is so we have a veggie bacon. We cook the bacon and we use that oil and we add more olive oil, cut up lots of fresh garlic, 新鲜的大蒜, and then we add capers and spaghetti noodles, and you just mix that up, and it's real good. Capers, 它们酸酸的, but when you cook them with something with like oil and fat, it's good.
没错，所以老师刚刚提到说 olive oil 就是那个橄榄油，它搭配了橄榄油，搭配这个酸豆，然后再搭配一些那个这样
新鲜的大蒜，
然
后就是意大利面，不要意大利面酱，just spaghetti noodles, capers, bacon, and its oil, and garlic. That's 4 things. So good.
吃起来很清爽，然后很舒服。
Very yummy dish. Okay. Are we going for lunch after this?
We'll have a mukbang.
Just eat.
吃播 Okay.
Here we go. Another common breakfast item is a bagel sandwich with bacon, eggs, and cheese. How would you like your bagel?
Yeah, 所以最后他告诉你说 another common breakfast item 好，另外一个常见到的这种早餐选项呢 is a bagel sandwich with bacon, egg, and cheese 就是老师刚刚所讲的对不对 McDonald's 那样子的一个搭配 How would you like your bagel? 你想怎么吃你的 bagel 呢？好，最后结局就告诉你说有怎么吃都好吃
Yeah. Do you have any special kind of like a favorite recipes with bagels or anything?
I think cheese is definitely
just cream cheese
or
regular cheese.
Regular cheese, cream cheese are both fine.
Yeah, you could definitely do just like regular cheese, and like I said, you can make little pizzas out of them. Bagels are really like you could do a lot of things. There are many variations and varieties, and yeah, they're pretty good. You should try them out. All right. With that, let's take a break. And when we come back, we have vocab review. All right, friends, it is time for a vocab review. And our first word today is an adjective, unique.
Unique 就是独特的、独一无二的。
And don't forget, we say a unique something. Number 2, due to.
Due to 好，要记得哦，这个是讲因为，然后后面的话要接名词。
Don't forget, due to, thanks to, 什么
？Because of
三个都要背起来。
没错，
可以要背起来。Number 3, to observe something.
To observe something， 在这边我们指的是节庆，我们要怎么样去过这些节庆，遵守这些节庆所说的这些规则，就可以说是 observe。
Now we can observe something like an animal, but yeah, like we're talking about here is Shabbat. Number 4 is to forbid something.
To forbid something 就是禁止。然后我们提到说，人们被禁止做什么事情的话 ，people are forbidden。好 ，forbidden 的话就是指不可以做什么 to do something。在这边的话，它的原型是 forbid。Yeah,
swimming is forbidden.
那就是这边不能游泳。
Number 5, temperature or temperature.
Temperature 就是指温度的意思哦。
Number 6, a recipe.
A recipe 指的是食谱啊，或者是做什么菜的一个程序。
小心 the spelling, R-E-C-I-P-E, it's tricky. And number 7, a variety of something.
A variety of something 就是指什么东西，还有很多种各式各样不同的意思 ，different type of something 的意思。
And number 8, to toast, and we don't mean like to toast, like 干杯, right? We just say to toast.
Yeah, to toast 这个地方不是举杯庆贺的意思哦。To toast your bagel 意思就是拿面包机烤一烤你的 bagel。
But while we're toasting something, let's toast it to the bagel because it's really delicious. Hope you guys enjoy it. For Enjoy English School, I am Chris Gorski.
I'm Anthony.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.